On December 14, 2012.
to Utah Friday night, September 6th.
What a night it is going to be. Salt Lake City!
Big shots as the uppercut, power on the inside. Going over the top is the win for Christine Faria. Right, knockdown number 2. Big right from Jean-Marcel with the jab right, he rolls down.
This is Bobby Taylor. He's one of the strongest guys in this division. If he lands punches, he is going to hurt you.
The electricity in this building is palpable. You are locked in for one of the best cards of the year.
It is fight week. We are live from Satellite 5. I'm Brian Soscia. Excited to be here with you. A lot of stuff going on today. As always, we got to dive right into it. We'll have exclusive footage and pictures like we always do. You won't get it anywhere else from Edmonton. Great show that was. We'll run that down a little while. Plus, Chris Lights Out Lytle is back. It's been a while. We're going to do a Lytle look back on Edmonton and look forward to BKFC 65 in Salt Lake City this Friday. And then the champ herself, the misfit, Christine Faria, joins us to talk about her upcoming title fight with Jade Mossam Wong this Friday at BKFC 65. Like I said, it's fight week. We're all jazzed up. And right before I went on the air, David Feldman, the founder, the president, he hit me up. He said he wants to stop by. You know, Dave just kind of rolls in. So at some point in the show, he's going to just walk in, God knows when, and he's going to announce some new signings. So we have a lot of stuff going on here today. Very excited to be here. And I always like to check out my buddies, Evan, of course, the corporate Evan, and Broken Brandon. Let's check in with them really quick and see how they're doing today. What? You guys look different. They've left me. Did they quit the show?
They did, actually. Actually, they were fired. They're both let go.
Oh, so you finally got my note about getting rid of them?
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
HR, it's too much, too many complaints. We had to move on.
Well, I'm glad you guys are here. Dave, look, this is like sitting in the old saddle for you here from back in the day. Are you up for the task? You know how we do things now? Are you going to break it like Brandon?
I don't know. The way Brandon has it set up, who knows?
He was complaining, what's this guy doing? Everyone's got their own process. Then, of course, next to Dave, we see the brand new man named Christian. Christian, you're back and underdressed today. You came in your first time. You had a nice collared shirt. You were tucked in. You look like you're ready to impress. Now you walk in today looking like everyone else. I have a collar on today. I noticed Dave Cranston earlier. He has a nice pair of slacks, nice pair of trousers, and he has his collared shirt on. You show up looking like this today. What's going on, man?
I guess I can't just win. I don't know. I mean, comments in the chat before from the fans about I was overdressed, now I'm underdressed, so I guess I got a nice sweet spot.
I'm wearing workout clothes.
True. Happy to be here. Very happy to be here.
Yeah, man. You got your Carhartt on thing. You're going to go be a construction worker. I think that's what they're saying.
Go lay floors like Brandon.
Yeah, man, he's laying floors at Wawa. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, and I'm busting you. I got the collared shirt, and look, I have my beater hanging out. Look at a slob. Look at an Italian slob here. Hold on. The only reason I'm wearing a collared shirt, I don't typically do this anymore, is because I had not back to school. We were going back to school with my first grade son. That's why I'm dressed up. And then speaking of back to school, might as well do this really quick. Forged Irish Stout. Did you guys see? They sent me a back to school bag. They said open it live on the show. Here it is. Nice Forged Irish. Maybe we can look at the comments, see what they think about it. So let's see what's in here. I haven't opened this yet. Yes, that's right. The Macho Man Randy Savage theme.
Was it really?
Yeah. Actually, when I graduated high school, a nice beer. When I graduated high school, I didn't care about graduating. All I heard was this. I was twirling around like a weirdo in line, like saying, oh, yeah, a lot. Weirdo. Okay, a beer. I'll take a beer. A beer to head back to school. Let's see what else we have in here. All right, there's something in there. We'll open that in a minute. Come here, Christian. Looks like a paddle. Christian, come here. Christian. Drop it. Christian won't even look at me. He won't even look at me. That's in here. It's all right. I don't want to make him uncomfortable. Another beer. That's good. What else did they send? It's a whole bag of stuff. Oh no, that's okay. Let's see what's inside this. This is like a can. Let's guess what's inside. What do you think's inside this can? Let us know in the chat. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, some chocolates. These are the expensive kind of Lindt. Wow. What else do we have?
Lindt?
Yeah, I love them, man. They're the best. They melt in your mouth. And then we have some other stuff. This is arguably what people think that my parents should have used when they had me. A Durex condom. Look at that. They give us that.
Would have saved so many issues.
And then look at this. I don't know what the hell. It's got the Forged Irish Stout thing on it. I don't know what this is, but it's in there with a condom, so that's be something sexual. Does anybody know what this is?
Is it a cock ring?
It might. I don't know. I've never used one. They can't find one quite the size I need, the big enough. But so I don't know what it is. Hey, look, I'm going to stand up for a minute. Can I stand up? I'm going to stand up for a minute. Good. I'm going to show this to the camera in the chat before we get started because we don't know what this is. Hold on. Leave it on. Will this work?
I don't know.
It's like metal. There you go. I don't know what it is. I'll take it out of the package. Makes sense. All right, so it's got a long chain on it.
I don't think anybody can hear you, homie.
Does anybody know what this is? Let us know. Let us know in the chat. Can you hear me?
A fucking
They're all laughing. I don't know why it's so funny. A can opener, somebody says. Little Ben says a can opener. All right. My son needs beer and a backpack for school, Gator says. Maybe we can work on giving this out. We'll see. I just got to figure out how we're going to do that, but we will. But please let me know what this is because I have no clue. Anyway, a lot to get to today. Thank you to Forged Irish Stout for sending us this. I'd like to have me open that live on there. I had no clue. Back to school beers. A guy named Bowls Beers and Brawls always watches. He's pumped up. We don't have any bowls. We just have beers. It's a gummy bear, Brian. Chew on it. What's a gummy bear? I don't understand. A bracelet, Mr. Sadden says? I don't know. We'll figure this out. If somebody knows, please let me know. A lot of laughter in the chat. I guess we're all missing something. Christian, do you know what that thing is? I really have no clue. I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to be funny.
I don't know. Hopefully a bracelet or something.
I guess they didn't teach that at Temple, huh?
No,
Not the curriculum, though.
No.
all Temple grads here, right?
Me?
Oh, no, that's
I
right.
didn't go to college.
That's right. I forgot. Dave left. Dave left like the first day. They
tried
told
it.
him stuff he already knew, and he's like, I'm not paying for this, and he left. He quit.
Yep.
I don't mind it. I agree. All right. What time is it? We got Lotto calling in any minute. Should we just start the mailbag? Yeah, let's just start the mailbag. Let's go to it.
It's time for mail call.
Boom. There it is. TheBareKnuckleShow@gmail.com. You can send in whatever you have. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to hear what you're thinking, what you're doing. We love it. That's what makes this show go, man. TheBareKnuckleShow@gmail.com. All of you, we love what you send in. It looks like everyone's excited about Denver. Randy Priest sent me this over. He sent me these pics, and he said, see you in Denver. So he sent this to me, from a prior show. There's his wife punching me in the face. She seemed to really enjoy that. And there's Randy. Well, it's Knucklemania. Okay. Oh, I knew Randy. What am I thinking? I know who you are, Randy. Yeah, there it goes. Well, you're going to be in Denver. I'm excited to see you as well, man. Make sure you say hi. Let's see what else we have coming in here. Before Denver, we can't forget about BKFC 66 in Hollywood, Florida. Jomi Escoboza saw himself on a billboard. If you've been watching, you see the billboard showing up all around Florida. I think it's pretty cool. Look at a bare knuckle fight. Just, who's that, Doolittle? Poor Doolittle. But at least you got on the billboard, getting capped in the face. So there you go, going down. And BKFC, there it is. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, September 13th. Tickets now, bkfc.com. What a shot that is. It's interesting. You don't realize this, but when we put up billboards, we have to get them approved by the billboard company. So there's been ones where they'd be like, oh, we need less blood. We got to like Photoshop some blood out. Or they're like, there's other ones where like, this is too violent. I'm like, it's bare knuckle, baby. Let's go. The more violent, the better. I'm into it. But yeah, we've had to clean them up and like Photoshop the back of that. And by the way, I'm looking at myself in the monitor here and I see this goofball behind me. Also in the chat, since we're talking about going back to school, please tell me. I know these guys, I know Christian's not going to know. Dave might know. Does anybody remember the Triple Lundy? It's the hardest move to do.
No.
You don't know this?
Nope.
Jesus, man. Cranston.
By the way, where's my bobblehead?
I took it home. I knew you were going to say that when I got here. I had it in my bag and I took it out for vacation. But I always keep it in my bag because I don't trust you deviant misfits and bad apples. I think you'll steal my Pee Wee Herman bobblehead. I know when I come, we got to lock that door more. I'm not kidding. That's a very prized possession of me now. Thank you for giving me that. You thought that guy was from Saturday Night Fever. What's the matter with you? Come on, man. Your penance. All right, so Jomi's excited about that. Oh, KMS always sends stuff good in. He said KMS says that the redneck was out in Vegas sparring at TMT, getting ready for his upcoming fight. I think Reber was out there, too, from what I heard. Here's some pictures. You can watch him at TMT. That's actually where Faria trains a lot. We're going to talk to her about what that's like later. And I love that Redneck's getting some rounds in, man. He's down there sparring. Apparently got some very positive feedback from what I understand. Reber was there as well. I don't think we have photos of Reber, but he was there as well. Both getting ready for their upcoming fights. Very excited to see how that's going to go. And we appreciate you sending that. KMS is always looking. If you find stuff like that I might miss, send it in. I think KMS was there with him. Here's one from Cobra Commander. Cobra Commander says, this is what I imagine Randy the Pervert, a regular emailer to our show. This is what I imagine Randy the Pervert to be like at a BKFC show. Let's watch. Is that? Oh, I thought the horse was just... Oh, I see what's happening here. Do you see the size of that thing? You see what's going on here, Dave?
Biggest you've seen in 2 shows.
The biggest I've seen in 2 shows. I've never... What are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean. Look at that thing. I could see this being Randy the Pervert. We got to get like security if he comes to a show. Randy, if you ever come to a show, email us, let us know, and we'll make sure to have security around the females. He loves the females at BKFC, and I brought that up because this works perfectly. Randy the Pervert, he says that last week, he wrote this in, this guy every week. Last week, I heard you guys talking to Jad Mossam Wong, and you talked about the bloody hand tattoo. You called it her posterior. I will call it her ass. But it also says, feel love. Feel on one cheek, love on the other one. He wonders what that love must feel like. Maybe you'll find out one day, Randy. I don't know. But then he sent this picture and he said, this is from his vast hard drive. He's included. What is goofy, weird dude? He's included the bloody hand tattoo that you spoke of last week. So there's Feel Love. There's the bloody hand tattoo. And we'll zoom in for us. Well, thank you, Randy the Pervert. That's the target she spoke of last week. Her words, not my words. That's the bloody hand tattoo. And it was funny because when I saw this, it got me thinking of this. Wilson! I wonder if the same guy, maybe it was Tom Hanks who put that on her. Like, I wonder for Wilson the volleyball. That's all I can think of. You have this beautiful lady, and I can think of a Wilson volleyball. So there you go.
The funny thing about this, when we were in Kansas City last week,
Yeah.
or 2 weeks ago, I couldn't sleep the night before the fight, and I was watching Castaway. I think 3 times it was on loop.
And the whole time you watched it, you didn't think about Jad's posterior once.
No.
Good for you. You're a good man. That was the first thought when he sent it. I'm like, that's like Wilson. That's so good. Anyway.
Chancey Wilson.
Yeah, Chancey Wilson. Yeah, Chancey Wilson. That's right. Okay, more into it. I'm getting nervous about Lotto here, man. Did he call in yet?
I haven't looked yet, honestly. I'm just going down the run down here.
Well, I mentioned to him the other day, I'm like, you're coming on tomorrow, or this week. Is yeah, whatever you need, buddy. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he's coming on. All right, let's keep going while we wait for Chris. This is good, too, because I like this guy. I'm becoming more and more of a fan of this guy for the reasons you're going to see. Slaughter to Prevail, frontman, draws great crowds, huge fan of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, loves Bare Knuckle Fighting, decided he wanted to do it. And he's been in contact with us. There's a rumor going around that he's going to do his BKFC debut in December. I saw that. We posted that. I know that we broke the news. I mean, we've been talking about this guy for 6 months to a year about wanting to come in. So I'm excited that he's coming in for many reasons. Last week, you showed him getting punched in the face. Let's check what Alex the Terrible, frontman of Slaughter to Prevail, has been up to this week. Riding a bear, huh? He's just riding a bear. Like, what the hell? What, dude? This guy's nuts. He's going to wrestle the bear now. In pro wrestling, they used to have guys wrestle bears, but those bears were, like, trained to wrestle. And I still wouldn't do it. Well, he's going to have some strength to him. He's not going to be. He's going to keep pushing forward. Maybe he's working on that. Would either of you guys ever wrestle a bear if you had the chance like this? Even if it was, I don't know, this thing's got to be trained, right? I still wouldn't do it.
No, fuck this.
Yeah, no way. And like, so he's looking at me, he's just wrestling the thing. Look how close he's to the thing's mouth. It's not like. So when they did it in wrestling one time, they slapped the guy on the ass and they said, go out there and have a good match. And they slapped honey on his ass and his tights. He didn't even know it. Think about that. And then Alex the Terrible. That was Alex. That wasn't the bear, by the way. Woo! Can you do that, Dave? I can't. How is he? No, he does it like deep, like a bear or something. I don't know how. I guess he's trained vocalist for metal. Christian, give it a try.
It was brutal.
I want to see you do it, though, Christian. Let's watch as you do it. Flip the camera. He's learning.
Oh, dude.
Camera one. Take camera one.
Come on, brother. No. Take
camera two.
Super Source, yeah.
Take Super
Oh,
Source.
man.
That's what I thought.
He's
Just wanted to
learning.
check.
He's learning.
Just
It's
wanted
fine.
to check.
No one ever told him. He just literally sat down. We thought everyone was going to be here. So, dude, let me see you look into the camera and do your Slaughter to Prevail. Go ahead. It sounds like the guy's dying. And then let's look at what else Alex the Terrible's been up to with the Bears.
Huh?
Isn't there a second bear thing there?
I only have one.
Well, it's on his page. Go watch it. Yeah. He's a second. I forget what it was. I think he was riding the bear. I think there's more bear wrestling. It's crazy stuff that I would never do. Christian, would you wrestle a bear?
Oh, is this it? Ready? 5, take 5.
Hey, look at this thing running at him. Like, this is insane. If that bear wants to, it would eat him up. And bears are fast, too. There you go. Alex the Terrible's insane. Actually, it's funny because the wrestling bear one, it was like Terrible Ted. So that was the one they had trained to do pro wrestling. Let's look at other. Oh, I'm looking at the comments here. Everyone's here. I like that you'll get this. This is local. Somebody local. Oh, Nick Spade. I know he is. He's local. He's watching. We're talking about back to school in the triple Lindy. If you don't know it, look it up. It's the hardest move ever. It's just the hardest move to do off a diving board. The triple Lindy. It's unbelievable. Not many people in the world can do it. Look it up. It's crazy. So Nick Spade saying that he tried it once at Hidden Hollow and it did not go well, the triple Lindy. And then look at this. Nick, you know, interesting enough. Maybe you know this, Junior. Let's do this live. I'm waiting for Lidl, and I see that in the comments here, the Canadian man himself, Bowls, Beers, and Brawls, says that they still have Lidl. They're holding him hostage in Canada until we announce another Canadian card. He's in Canada. That's good. It's cute. I like that. So as I look at these comments, everyone's very excited about some stuff we have coming up on the show. People are buzzing about the signings. We'll do that later on the show. But right now, I want to talk about a guy that's always in the comments, Wesley Killeagle. Love this guy. Huge BKFC fan. And I wanted to announce, and you should know this too, September, very important. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And if you know anything about Wesley Killeagle, his daughter, she's a cutie pie little girl. That's wrong button, guys. His daughter's Peyton Killeagle. She was honored by the Mariners. I thought this was really cool. A BKFC fan, two of them. She's been to our shows. So I wanted to spotlight Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, do what you can to help out, and I wanted to show. This is really cool. She got honored. Seattle Mariners game. Look at her. So happy. She's got the big chain around her neck. There's Wesley there with her, Wesley Killeagle, the Killeagle family. So she survived childhood cancer. And, I mean, if you've met her, she's an unbelievable kid, full of life, happiness. I just wanted to say I'm glad that she survived. I know that if we kind of spotlight Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, it'll help a lot more children survive, and I think that's very important. And this is interesting, too. This was sent in. Last week, Evan was saying on the show that, and Junior travels with us, too, so maybe we'll talk to him about this in a minute, but traveling with myself and Senior, especially when we're together, it's a whole thing. They're saying they think that I act immature. They think that Senior acts immature. We kick each other's bags. To be honest, we're lucky we don't get kicked out of airports, and we make jokes, and we think things funny, and not everyone does. The flight attendants don't always get us. If I have a couple drinks, it gets a little crazier. But this is what I imagine traveling with Soscia and Dave is like. This was sent in. Look at this.
You say, can you get what?
Some headphones.
He say, can he get some head from you?
He said headphones.
Oh, I thought he said head from you. You said what?
Some headphones.
Oh, you say, can you get what?
Some headphones.
He say, can he get some head from you?
I'm laughing because I don't know if I'd make that. That's a good joke, but it's the God honest truth. That's legitimately how we act, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what you say.
But seriously, you travel. The Feldman shouldn't travel in the same plane, too, because if one goes down, then who's going to run the BKFC? That's what I'm saying. But when you do travel with us, you would, Evan was saying like a week or two ago that it's a little insane.
I don't travel with him anymore because he takes my upgrade every time.
You guys both do.
Over that shit.
You guys both do. And I'll tell you, Lidl's coming on here in a minute, hopefully. I don't know if he's ready, but has he called in yet?
Yeah, he's good.
All right.
We'll get him in a second.
We can talk about Lidl while we're waiting for him. It was interesting. We do all kinds of fun stuff. We mess with people. And Lidl was on a plane one time with us. It was like me, Lidl, Seniors, a bunch of, I think Junior was on the plane. Sir Cranston was there. Evan probably. And I'm watching. I thought I'd film of this. I'll have to show it one day. Lidl was having a good time. Lidl, I don't think Lidl went to bed. They say I don't go to bed. I don't think Lidl went to bed. And he had some stuff he wanted to talk to Dave about. Do you remember that? Well, Junior can't talk right now, but he had some stuff he wanted to talk to Senior about. And, you know, when you got some libations in you, it makes it easier to talk, even though he would talk fine. He sat down and he's yammering to Dave, and Dave's like, okay. And then Dave starts going, I don't know who this man is. This man does not sit here. He's telling the flight attendant, can you remove this man? So yeah, it didn't work out too well for Chris Lidl, who's going to be on here. Apparently he's in the virtual green room. We're excited to talk to him because there's a lot to get to with Lidl. I mean, the guy, he's brilliant. We always like to ask him questions. If you have any good questions for Lidl outside of fighting, we'll ask those questions to him, too, as we also get ready to review, if you just tuned in, we have Christine the Misfit Faria coming on ahead of Jade Massam-Wong in that big fight. That's going to be awesome. And David Feldman says at some point today, the ink is fresh. He's got some signings he wants to talk about. Apparently, he's going to bust through the door like he does, and he comes right in. But right now, lights out, lights on. We're going to make him look real good. It's not hard to do. Chris, lights out, Lidl. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. You don't have enough lighting and makeup to make me look that good. Come on.
Oh, you look good. It's good because your face is frozen, so you look good. You look
Can we
intimidating.
get this guy some new internet?
Well, now, so I talked to Lidl. We're going to get him a mic. I talked to Jan about that because he's going to be coming on more often. His internet's usually really good. What are you on, like a horrible internet connection right now? What's going on?
I'm not sure what's going on. All I know is I need some more posters in the background.
We got all that on order, bro. We got it all on order. We got your mic, the lighting, all of it.
Yeah, right, man. I keep hearing this. Come on, talk to me.
No, it's the problem is they have to for the photos. They have to Photoshop the hell out of your face to make it look a little better. So it's taken like 2 months.
All right, I remember this.
I love you,
remember, you better be there this week. We can do some sparring.
Lido, that's your receipt for telling the crowd the last 2 times I've been with you that you're going to get me fired on Mike at the weigh-in show.
I only did that once.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reliving it. I want to have Lido on, but I'm afraid we can't. We've never had this issue with him, ever. Is that on our side or his side?
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's just...
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Junior, what are you thinking, man? Is that his side or our side?
I think it's his internet because we're screaming everywhere else.
Are you on 5G or something? Or are you on not your regular internet connection? Do you need your tech people to check that?
I'm on what I normally was, I thought.
All right, well, look.
What's going on.
He must be over Sean Wheelock's house.
You mean to try again? I mean to mess with myself?
No, here's the good news. We can still hear you, so deal with the Max Hedrum Lido moving around. So he's still fun. People want to hear you. They like you, Chris. Let's see. Lights out. They're saying it should be called Internet Out. Chris, Internet Out, Lido. Web out. That's what they're saying. I love it. All right. So
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, let's get to it. We have a look back, a look ahead, and as always, we've got some fun questions for you. Chris, lights out, Lido. What do you think, man? Look back to Edmonton. What was your read on Edmonton? The crowd sold out as always, has always been there, which is awesome. From what I could see, they seem to enjoy the fight. What a main event. But I mean, as far as the whole night, how did you feel about it? Kind of break it down. Lido, look back for us. What do you think?
Man, I'm telling you what, I feel like about every Prospect Series fight we have are amazing. I don't know if it's a small ring. I don't know if it is the fighters are hungry and they want to be part of this, or I think a lot of it is my speech that I give. I don't know, but whatever it is, people come to fight. I have no problems. Every time we have a fight with the Prospects, I'm extremely satisfied, extremely happy. This was no exception. And those people in Canada, they can fight. We need to start putting them on some. I mean, some of those people, that was their second fight, look phenomenal. We need to have them on just some numbered cards now. They're going to climb in the rankings.
Well, that's why Prospects is great, because you can see these guys once or twice. You're like, okay, this guy's got it. Okay, this guy needs more work. But it's cool to watch them develop. And it's funny in the chat here, they're saying, some of the Canadians that are watching are saying, I don't know if you heard this earlier, they're going to hold you hostage next time you go there until we announce like a year's worth of BKFC cards. They're going to keep Chris Lido until they had so much fun there.
Hey, as long as it's in the summertime, I'm cool. I'm not coming in winter anymore.
Yeah, completely. I heard it was beautiful. Was it beautiful there in the summertime? Because winter was cold.
It was perfect. Yeah, it was really nice. I really enjoyed going there.
All right. What a great card it was. You should watch it on the BKFC app, bkfc.com. Enjoy those cards, watching these guys just fight. Like I said, what a main event. The whole card. It was kudos. Another great showing by us. And I love that it's sold out. It keeps selling out shows. Another on-tap sellout. You better get the tickets now, bkfc.com, because they are flying. Avoid that sellout. Will be this Friday night, Salt Lake City, our big return for BKFC 65. A lot of goodness on that card. I have some thoughts too, but I always have to get yours first. They honestly mean more. What are your thoughts on that card looking at it?
Well, of course, it's going to be amazing. There's a lot of people we haven't seen in a while. We got Kane Tomlinson Jr. He's fought for us once, had a quick knockout, didn't get to see enough. We've had all the Tomlinsons fight for us. I want to see what this guy does. He looks like he's maybe one of the most skilled of the family. It's going to be great. Trevor Bradshaw, last time we saw him, we got a fantastic knockout. He's back on the card. Jeremy Stevens, versus Bobby Taylor, who couldn't want to see that one. That's
dude, I'm pumped for that. I'm pumped for that. That's probably one of the, I think on the card, one of the things I'm looking most forward to.
Oh, me too, without a doubt. That should be the fight of the night, in my opinion. And then, Mike Jones fought last time for us. He's fighting again. Bobby Taylor has been nothing but amazing. this dude is strong as an ox. Every time he hits you, he hurts you. People know it when he hits you. Jeremy Stevens, though, same thing. Little Evil, he can put people down there. So
yeah, and
that's gonna be great.
Look at Stevens, his transition to bare knuckle from MMA. What was it? I think it was a 3rd round TKO. Was it at 56, BKFC 56 against Jimmy Rivera? So the guy, he's come in swinging. He's ready. I know that he's looking for more and more opportunities, so he has a chance to get that. But it's not going to be easy because, like you said, Bobby Taylor is like, that guy comes in every time. I feel like he's like wine, like fine wine. As he ages, as he gets vintage, he gets in better shape. He gets better. I don't know how it works. I want to find that fountain of youth he found. It's amazing. So the card looks pretty solid, Salt Lake City. The crowd's going to be loud. I know you're excited to get back out there again. Let's look forward to, actually, we only have you for a couple more minutes here. So before we look forward to anything else, mean, we're going to talk about Spain, but that's a while away. We can hold that off. I know they like Chris Lido is a legend, Little Ben is saying in the chat. They want to hear from you. They want to hear what's inside that brain, what's in that head, the random questions with Chris. They seem to like this, so that's why I always do it with you. All right.
Bring it.
First one. And you guys can leave questions in the chat. If we can get to them, we will. But we got a couple here already that got sent in. There's some great ones this time. What television commercial from when you were younger, growing up, do you remember most? Or one of the television, come straight to your head, a television commercial.
Television commercial? Geez, man. That's a weird question.
And there's some great ones they sent in. I got one. I got one you should say right away with your age group.
Oh,
Mikey likes it. He really likes it.
For some reason, the Mentos commercial, those terrible commercials, those Mentos.
Dude, we should change that.
Those were so bad. You know, it's like, who? You know, it's funny. That's where I learned about advertising. I said, well, this is the stupidest commercial. Who would make those? And they go, do you know what they are now? Yes.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I don't care if you like the commercial. They care if you know what the product is afterwards. Brilliant commercial because it was so bad, it worked.
So way before my time, but did you know that the Mr. Softy jingle actually has words?
Do you know him?
The creamiest, dreamiest ice cream cone. You go to Mr. Softy, something like that.
Yeah, man. I didn't.
I saw that. I never realized it was actually a jingle.
I didn't know that either. I just heard it. I heard it last night. Actually,
so it's an old commercial, way before my time.
My kids heard the truck last night, Dave. They were there. I told my kids for years when they were younger that they didn't know it was an ice cream truck because I know it was to spend the money. So I told them it was the music truck. That worked for for the first 3-4 years. It worked.
So my kid knows that it's an ice cream truck, but he doesn't know there's ice cream in it.
I mean, they come around all the time. I'd be broke. I just buy it from the store. I mean, I'll let them get it. I mean, I'm not a party pooper. They can get it, but not every time. It was easier back then. And he would always come around when the kids were going to bed too. It made no sense. But anyway, Mentos. I think Foo Fighters did like a music video based on. It might be Foo Fighters. Somebody did. Maybe it was Weezer. Somebody did. But I think me and you, we should probably in Salt Lake City get a bunch of Forge Irish Stout and do what they do in the Mento commercials, and we can hold it up when we're done and just do everything really drunk and see what happens. See if it works out for us. What do you think?
I'm in. You had me at, Forge Irish Stout. Let's do it. Whatever you want to do with that, We can record it or we don't have to. Maybe we can practice this time and then we'll do it next time. I don't know.
Yeah, we got to practice to what we can't do when we're drunk as far as going around. We'll get in trouble and we have to kind of edit it down a little bit. All right, another question coming from you. This is stupid. This is why I love you guys. This is great. Hold on. They're also in the chat, by the way. Kyle's saying this goes back to Canada. I think it was, Hassan. Hassan's on, no, he was on Canada. He's a beast. I agree. I can't wait to see what he's going to do next. But back to the questions. Do you know how to do, I want to see it if you do. You got to show us. Do you know how to do the Macarena, whatever the heck it's called? Do you remember that craze?
I remember that.
Do you know how to do it?
I don't remember how it goes now, but it was like,
it was like,
I don't remember how it goes, but yeah, I remember
this.
Yeah,
this.
That's right. Did they cross your hands? I don't remember, but there was
here. Then you got to go that thing. Let me see you do it.
How's it go?
Shut up. Anyway, you don't have to do the Mac. You're not really good. I think it's this. I don't remember. Is it this? Is it this? And you pump forward or something? I don't remember.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I mean, I used to know at one point, but that was.
Did you ever do it? Did you do it?
22 years ago. I don't remember how to do it.
But you did it at one point.
Not seriously. Always mocking.
Bro,
yeah.
He's mocking the Macarena. If anyone has video Lido doing the Macarena, that along with the Andy Glenn arrest photo where he's arresting Pee Wee Herman are my two favorite things that I need to see. Please get them to us if you have it. All right, here's another one. They're not dropping right in the comment section now. Let's see. Chris, what is the date you have in mind to spar the president? You've had a year to practice. That already happened. They sparred in Sturgis, little Ben. Remember? Do you think you got the best of them? Is that going to happen again? They want to know.
Oh, no, that wasn't a real one. That was just a quick preview. I was wearing my suit. He was kind of all dressed up. And hopefully it'll be this week. I mean, I'm bringing the gloves. if he's down, if he shows up, I'll be there.
Chris, can you teach me?
This week, you don't have to record it this time. I'm not trying to embarrass him.
Ain't no champ, say so. Ain't no celebration.
Ain't no champ unless Lionel says so, right? I love it. All right, so they're in here. They're going crazy. Everyone loves Hassan. I agree. Here's little Ben saying, Chris, can you teach me how to Dougie? All right, here's the last question for you. What's the corniest pickup line? I know you're married happily. You probably didn't need to do it because you're Chris Lido and girls would just fall at your feet, I'm sure. But corniest pickup line you've heard or you've said? Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
I got one for you.
Dog go nuts. Let me think here, man. I don't have any corny pickup lines.
What about the tag in the back of your shirt? Can I look at it?
Huh?
Show me the tag in the back of your shirt. Does it say "Made in Heaven"?
Oh,
pretty bad, huh? What was the other one? There was one something about how much. My favorite was how much. I never used this, but how much does a polar bear weigh?
Enough to break the ice. Hi,
I'm Chris Lytle. Yeah, because I never say it. And then what was the other? Hey, you guys got any corny pickup lines in there? You got to have some. No? All right. Well, listen, they're in there and they're working hard. They don't know what they're doing. I'll give you one more on the way out. Chris? Well, it's not for you. Christine? No, it's not for her either. Darn, how am I going to do this? I'll just say, Betty, that dress looks great on you. You know where it look better?
On my floor.
That's right. Chris Lights Out Louder. We're going to see him this week. What a good. You cleaned up the internet connection. Good to see you, buddy.
I worked on it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We love Chris Lights Out Louder. They love him in the chat as well. There he goes. Love chatting with him, man. Getting some intel from him. Checking it with Chris Lighter all the time. We're kind of going to get into Christine Faria here in a second because there's some other stuff we want to get into too. But we got Chris on a little late. You know, I'd be failing school today. I'd be done. But Christine Faria, the misfit, we're going to talk about the most dominant fighter she is in BKFC. I'd say one of the most dominant females in all of combat sports. And I'd imagine being that dominant fighter, there's some frustrations with her. And we'll talk about those as well. I have a lot I want to get into with her. We had Jade on last week. Some stuff that Christine said, I kind of want to make sure she's still going to stand on her words and make sure she hasn't changed her thought process at all about Jade. We heard what Jade had to say. It was a great interview. I expect another. We love when the Misfit comes on because she always kind of bears her soul to us too. I know she's been in training, some intense training. She never leaves training. That's why she has champion behavior. We'll talk about her champion behavior as well and everything else. We love when the Misfit comes on. We're honored to have the champ on with us. Christine Misfit Faria, how are you, my friend?
What's up? How are you?
Whoa. Are you in the red light district? Where are you?
It's red light therapy in the sauna here.
Are you
at Project Wellbeing?
Okay, there you go. And I know I want to talk about that for a minute, but first I want to talk about the fact that you're in a sauna. Thank you for taking the time to join us as you're sweating. Yeah. And like I said, I feel like you're in the red light district, but it's cool. So I know how much this game is mental, especially for someone like you. And we're going to get into a lot of stuff. I have questions, but the first thing I want to know is as far as being the champ, and you have to keep your mind right. I know that we've been seeing it a lot on the broadcasts, and I've tried it once and I liked it. And I know you've been using that Rasha. Do you think Rasha's kind of helped you? Do you think that's helped your mental state and all?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a dome, right? And you're sitting there and you just kind of are by yourself. Explain that.
It's in a dome. And then I put the grounding blanket on me. Sound frequencies that, I didn't know about the sound frequencies. I don't know the complete science behind it, but I know how it affects me and my anxiety and, my day-to-day focus. Yeah. So ever since I've been using it, my focus has gotten more in depth. My recovery mentally, I'm able to deal with things better. I'm not as I feel as rushed. Yeah. Like I have like a million things to do. I'm world champion, trying to stay on point, trying to keep my diet on point, trying to keep my business in ducks in a row, trying to remember appointments, everything. It just helps organize my brain. I don't know this, like I said, I don't know the science behind it. I just know the effects it's having on me. And I just think that it's the advantage I have with Raja is crazy, and so, the advancements in my mind is been insane.
So you don't. I'm going to cut you off, but basically saying I love that. That's a ringing endorsement for that product, Rashidone, because you don't know the science. You don't need to know. You just know that it works for you. And, I feel like not even just in fighting. I can tell you myself, I'm an anxious guy. Even when I woke up this morning anxious. Sometimes I do. I felt that it calmed me as well. I think that's going to really help your mentality. I'm glad to see that for you. And I know you have a lot of other stuff going on in training and stuff. I know you're training with the former world champion, Ava Knight. That's huge. That's gigantic for you. Can you speak on what that's brought to your camp?
Yeah, usually we all know that I don't use women in my camps. So I tried her out of camp, for sparring. And I was like, okay, let me see what's up with her. Man, this girl is... she has power in both hands. The skill, the tenacity, she doesn't give up no matter, and I'm bigger than her. So I'm hitting her pretty damn hard. And she's giving me a run for my money. Man, the level I've got, I finished off with a guy, I started her at the beginning of my camp and then finished off with a man. There's no way nobody's beating me on September 6th. Nobody, I don't care who was in there, Cyborg, Amanda Serrano, Jod, nobody is beating me.
Yeah, that's the mentality you always have. And I want to talk about some other stuff first, but now that we're talking about training, I think it's interesting. I know that you train at TMT. That's a very well-known gym, of course. But TMT seems to really kind of be embracing you. They've been embracing you in the bare knuckle world, which honestly, when bare knuckle first started, I'm not going to gyms to train, but I didn't see as much. I felt it was harder to get that kind of respect. And from what I hear, I don't know if this is true, you can tell me, but I heard a rumor that Floyd Mayweather's dialed in. He knows you're there training, and apparently he said, "You're crazy." He thinks you're crazy, but he says he loves it. He says he loves it, and Floyd Mayweather is happy to have you at the gym. But speak about that gym. What a gym to be at, man. What has that brought to you?
Man, it's just the high level that's there. Everybody's high level. The coaches are high level. The athletes are high level. The mentality is top notch. And to be able to train where one of the greatest of all time is training pushes me every single day. They expect the best out of you every single day, mentally, physically, to be on your game. And I wouldn't show up any other way, but it pushed me to another level, being around all these guys and the females there. Floyd Mayweather, he was getting ready for Gotti, and I got to go in and watch him train, and he just drops game to all the young fighters, and the fighters around him. He does help us all, and just being able to watch him train. And he did say, he's just like, "You're the bare knuckle champ." He's just like, "You're crazy for that," So it's crazy to hear that from Floyd Mayweather, and I get to be around his cousin, Roger's son.
I heard there's something there too. I heard you're going to break some news that there's. I was going to go to that, but since you brought it up, Roger's son, that's Roger's son. What's going on with that? Can you tell us?
Yeah, he does my speed work. So I do my speed work with Kai, and Otis Pippleton is my my head coach, and I do everything else with him. I just do my speed with the Mayweather, and just my reaction time and precision at really high speeds is so important. And people are like, "Oh yeah, that doesn't work in a fight," but they don't understand the science behind it, and I don't care to tell them it either.
I wouldn't tell them either.
That for myself.
yeah. But I heard that I'm going to blow it out if you're not going to say it, because I heard from a really good source that he's going to be at the fight. He's going to be there helping you, cornering you, right?
Yeah.
That's huge.
Absolutely.
So the Mayweather family dialed in. They love what you're doing. And, they're really big, as we all know, in combat sports. You don't get much bigger. Yes. So actually, as a surprise here, I want to talk to another guy, bring him on, who's pretty sizable in combat sports himself. I didn't know when he'd be walking in, but he's here. Can we? I don't know if we can go to him. Can we go to him? You have to go off me, right? Yeah, there you go. Here he is. Hi, David. David Feldman, BKFC founder, president, the boss.
What's up, Christine?
Hey, what's up, boss man? How are you?
How are you?
I'm great.
Where are you at?
I'm in the sun at Project Wellbeing. This is my daily routines. So it kind of came at the same time as the interview, just, getting off the last few pounds.
Awesome. You feeling good?
I feel great, boss. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be very violent.
Yeah, man. I just, to me, you seem more focused than ever.
Yeah, I'm very, very focused. The strength and conditioning I got here, I mean, I'm ripped right now. Ripped. So, I feel in great shape. I feel very confident. My mind's right. Oh, I'm excited now. I can't wait. And I can't wait for the speech. Feldman's speech before we go out just makes me lock into another place.
Do we ever film that? Is that allowed to be shown? Because I think you should at least keep it for years down the road, because I've seen it, and it's like these fighters come there to fight. They're in a state of mind anyway. But then Dave talks, and they're like, they're ready to go out and just do anything Dave asks. It's crazy.
It sets me into a whole nother zone.
Oh man, that's awesome. Well, look, man, I just want to get the fighters hype. I want to give the fans the best that they can get, and when you never get anything less than that from Christine anyway, but it's going to be an amazing show. I mean, Salt Lake was good to us last time. I think it's going to be really good to us this time. We got a great main event, obviously, Christine versus Jade. You know, I think it's going to be a very competitive matchup. And Christine thinks differently.
Well, she should.
She should.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good fight, and I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for Jeremy Stevens coming back as well. I think that's going to be a great fight, and a lot of the undercard fights that we have, I think it's going to be an amazing night. We got a lot of special guests coming to this fight. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to get, you know, Christine's going to have her time to shine. The main event.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, the main event. That's right. Let's go.
Wait. I'm excited.
I love it. Hey, I want to talk about the main event. This is something I've been thinking about with you. You're so good at what you do. Are you frustrated by that? And the reason I say that is it's got to be a little frustrating to always be training, having that champion behavior, staying dialed in like a champ. And you don't get fights all the time for the simple reason, and this is what I see, people fear you. We couldn't find people to fight you. And then when we find people to fight you, I've been saying it for weeks, they somehow, something happens, and they drop off.
Yeah.
So does that frustrate the hell out of you, Christine? Because that would kill me. It's kind of a double-edged sword. It's cool, but
I can't let it get in my mind that way. You know, after maybe my career's over, I can be like, damn, that sucked. But right now, I just got to stay focused. I got to stay positive in terms of my training and knowing that everything happens for a reason, that I'm going in there, I'm getting better. Now, if my fight didn't happen in May, I had more time to get in shape, more time to know my coach, more time to get sparring in, more time to get faster and more skilled. So I just look at it that way because I don't want another 5-round fight. I want to knock this girl out. I want to be the first ever to get the sleeper. And I know I'm capable of it. I just had to dial it in different ways. So I just use that time to be bigger for my next fight. That's how I have to look at things. You have to be smart about the way you approach your business, you approach your fights, everything. Or you're going to fall off and get frustrated.
Yeah. Once again, I'm going to use your words, champion behavior, right? You talk about it, you really stay in that champion behavior. And you mentioned about you want to, knock her out and all. You had said on a social media post, we saw it last week when we were talking to Jad, you think you can do it in 2. Are you still standing on those words?
I know I can. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna do it with the uppercut. She dips to her right all the time. I'm gonna feint her. She's gonna run right into that uppercut, and I'm gonna tell her how I'm gonna do it. She's not gonna stop what she does. That's the only thing she does. Is the only thing she knows how to do. I'll predict it. She's not there. Her IQ's not at my level. Her strength's not at my level. Her speed is not at my level. Her footwork is not at my level. I'm light years beyond her. She is a great fighter. She's strong. She has knockout power, but she can't match me. No one's gonna match me. I'm gonna retire the champion. And I will bring up the next bare knuckle world champions as well. But as for right now, when I'm in the game, when I'm still active, I'm not going anywhere.
There you go. Christine the Misfit Faria going to retire as champion. And we're waiting to see what happens because you have been this dominant tear. I mean, it's amazing. It's inspiring to watch. Now, the other question is, before you get out of here, and this is a little...
I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
Are you still calling out John Dodson?
No. I don't want John.
So
I'm not the XY here.
So
I hear you.
This is weird to ask, but I got some of these questions, and everyone's talking about this fight. They're excited for the fight, but outside the fight, as well as you've seen it. Some BKFC athletes tend to show their sexualities and look hot on their OnlyFans and stuff. And a lot of people think Jad's hot. What is your read? If you're a dude, what's your read on Jad? Is she hot or not? And are you going to be upset to destroy that beautiful face? But won't it hurt you to punch that beautiful face a little bit?
Absolutely not.
I knew you. That's why I love you, Christine. I knew you'd give me that answer.
She's beautiful. She's probably one of the most attractive fighters I've ever fought. But that's not going to stop me from beating the shit out of her.
You got to give her a new. She got those dimples. Maybe give a dimple right here or right here too.
I'm going to give her a few lumps in the brain.
Christine Misfit Faria, I appreciate you taking the time from what I thought was the red light district, but it's a sauna. She's in training.
Crazy, man. See you in a couple days.
Yes, thank you for coming on with us. We're looking forward to your main event.
Guys, thank you.
There she is, champion behavior, class act. Always love talking to Christine Faria. You're right, dude. She's dialed in, and more than ever, which is scary because she's always dialed in. And I said last week, we've been showing her highlights, training, and she puts up. Her highlight videos for training are 5 minutes. Like, they're not even short because she's so dialed in.
It's so crazy because Christine and I butted heads so bad at the beginning. Like, I mean, bad. And she had a chip on her shoulder. She did, and she treated our staff like shit. And I'm like, yo, you treat our staff like shit one more time, you got to get the fuck out of here. And then we became like BFFs. Like honestly, like she's so cool. I get her. I get what she's trying to do. Man, she's awesome, man, and she's one of the best fighters we have.
I think, and we talked about this last week. It's no secret because we talked about it. I think I didn't even like being around Christine when I first met her when I was new here. I said this, and Christine knows this. We're cool now. I think it's because back then Christine was drinking a little more. She's given all that up now. She's not drinking or anything. So I think that's improved her as a fighter and a person, and as we can see. And kudos to you for that, Christine. That's a big step. I think it's a big reason for it. But now we have him in the studio. We're excited about Salt Lake City. I know that. Get those tickets, BKFC.com. That way you avoid the sellout. Salt Lake City always shows up. And a lot of them come up the day of the event, so get your tickets now because I don't want you to get shut out. It's going to
Did you talk about what we're doing the day of the fight?
Yeah, that was later on the show, but let's talk about it now. No, that's fine. This is what you do because you're the president. I got to go to your segment anyway.
We're starting our partnership off with the World Strength Games during the pre-fight hype for that fight. We're doing a pre-fight. What are we doing? A fighter?
I don't know. You want to talk? Don't you know?
We're
doing fan expo.
Fan expo. I lost for words. But we're also going to break a World Strength Games record. And I am.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to carry a 402-pound rock.
Wow.
I don't know how long I'm going to carry it. I don't know if I'm actually going to get it up.
Well, but I mean, at your age, that can be a problem. That's why they make things like Blue Chew, and you'll be all right.
But that's what they're doing. They're going to carry a 402-pound rock. For how many feet is it? 42 feet.
I think he's going to
attempt to do 42 feet to break the world record.
No, I think he's going one more or two more feet than the world record. He's got to go straight. He's got to turn, and I'm excited about him breaking the world record before the show.
I want to see the turn. I'm nervous about the turn.
Part. Yeah. What I want to see,
because you can just kind of like right, but then when you have to turn,
bro,
that's dangerous.
I did a DUI checkpoint one time. They pulled me out of the car. I wasn't drinking.
I don't want to talk shit on my brother.
Oh man,
but we did a DUI checkpoint once. We did a DUI checkpoint once, and he popped in a cassette tape, and he's like, "Don't you know who I am?" And he was from the radio. It was the Chio in the Morning Show.
No, he didn't.
He's like, "I'm on Chio in the Morning Show," and the guy's like, "It doesn't matter. Hey, my man, can you say the alphabet?" And he fucked up the alphabet.
Oh, but he did that without being drunk, probably.
He wasn't drinking. He didn't drink at all then.
That's
what I'm saying.
If he drank and wasn't driving,
I probably should have said that because people were probably like, yeah, I wouldn't have got the alphabet either if I'm drunk. No. He was completely sober, and he fucked up the alphabet.
I was completely sober. I was younger, coming back from a bar, and I was driving my mom's car, which was a boat. It was like an old school Crown Vic. And I got my buddies in the car, and I'm driving, and I'm not drunk. I'm just not a good driver. It's late at night. I might have one drink. They pull me over. They made me get out of the car. I had to do the alphabet. I do these things. They made me walk the line. I had to tell the cop, I'm like, I promise you I'm not drunk. I don't have good balance. I fell over when I turned.
I got pulled over once. I owned a bar. Pockets Cafe.
Didn't Pamela Anderson come to that bar once?
Special invited guest.
Yeah, I thought so.
She was invited.
Go ahead. Inside jokes.
The art of the con. But this guy that was a cop in Marple Township worked for me, actually worked the door for me, and he wasn't working that night. And I came home and he fucking pulled me over, and he's like, "You smell like alcohol." And I was like, "Yeah, no shit. I was bartending. I work at a fucking bar." He's like, "I need you to get out and do the road sobriety test." And I'm like, "Bro, are you fucking kidding me? You work for me. Are you fucking kidding me?" And he made me get out and do it.
Did he really?
And I was like, "You fucking piece of shit, man." I was so mad because I was so tired and just wanted to get home. And I didn't drink it all then at all, like never. I never drank. It was fucking crazy.
I'm gonna pull you. I'm gonna send aside the dude I knew. This
I got pulled over yesterday.
For what?
Blowing a stop sign right up the
You
street.
blew a stop sign? You're married. Why are you blowing stop signs?
That's nothing for this guy.
What, blowing stop signs? He blows other things.
I guarantee his face was in his phone.
No, I know you don't do that. That's unsafe.
What?
You're facing the phone when you're driving. You're not one of those guys. Yeah, that's be careful. Seriously, we got to have you here. Be careful of that. All right, so we had a lot of business to get to with Dave. Now that we've had our fun shenanigans, Dave.
I'm excited to make a few announcements.
Oh wait, no, because they're in the chat here. They're asking, what's the guy's name trying to break the record? I can't remember his name doing the carry. Do you remember his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually Travis.
Travis something.
Wertmeyer, and I actually have a video of him doing a 350.
Yeah, do it.
Might as well watch it. Yeah,
absolutely.
350. Wow.
But that's I'm saying that's hard, right?
Is it shaped like a
But
coffin?
the stone, it actually allows you to like get a hook on it there, right? Mm-hmm. Do you see the turn?
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
But this stone that he's got now, it's there's nowhere to really get a good grip on, man. It's crazy. Damn,
Look at this guy.
Man, that is strong, man.
They say that. Whoa! They say that the one he's going to be carrying is shaped like a coffin, the type of stone too.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. And then what I'm excited for the world record, but also in the parking lot. This is cool. I think they're going to let fans attempt to lift cars. They have this thing you can lift a car with.
Yep.
And maybe you get a nice social media post. You lift the car.
And Bucked Up's going to be out there with their truck
special
and
truck,
their bench
samples.
press thing and everything that they have. No, it's going to be fun.
It's a real happening.
Senior, I think we know somebody that used to lift some cars.
Oh,
my dad.
Different kind of lift. Oh, I thought
he really did.
Marty lifted cars.
He would like bounce the back of boom, boom, boom.
What would video of this stuff? I wish we saw this.
Oh man, if we had videos of this,
yeah,
shit,
we probably wouldn't be.
People
able
would
to
understand why I'm a dickhead sometimes.
Right. All right. Hey, there's big hands shaking his big hands at the rings. All right, let's get to the. We talked about that. Now let's get to the signings. These are some new signings. We promised you these. Dave was in the area, so we brought him in. He wanted to come in to talk about them. So I don't even know who these signings are. I have no clue. He said he would break it on the show. Who are the signings, Dave?
Well, we have 4 signings actually.
Oh, 4. I thought it was 2.
Yeah,
Good.
we have 4. We are adding to the women's division, which I told them, I said, go out and get some girls that can really fight because look, some of the funnest fights we've ever had are very, very competitive women's matches.
Yep.
So we were able to sign 6'3" pro boxer. Her name is Melissa Odessa.
Okay.
She's from Florida. She's actually a police officer, and she just signed a multi-fight deal with BKFC. We also have former UFC vet. She's fighting out of Florida as well, and you're very, very excited to add her, and that's Maria Agapova. Maria Agapova will also. So that's the first 2 women. The first gentleman that we have, he actually fought for us in Kansas City. He looks sensational, big guy, Anthony Garrett. We signed him to a multi-fight deal. So it was good because he can punch. He's big, and I think he's going to add a lot of sparks to the heavyweight division. But not taking anything away from those 3, but the one I'm most excited about because we were working on the deal for a while, and we got it done, and we were going to announce it last week. But man, this guy he's 16-3 in MMA. He's a UFC veteran. He's either going to fight at 125 or 135. We're going to, really just kind of see where he fits, and in this sport where he fits. Right in MMA, it was a little different. He dropped a little more. He might be at the 135-pound division. But Nate Manis. So Nate Manis is now officially signed with BKFC. And I'm really, really pumped about that one. That's going to be an awesome addition to our 125, 135-pound division.
I can't wait to see how Nate Manis fits in. That's awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. For the people that have been complaining, I guess David must have seen it, or maybe he's just being nice to the show. He's been breaking news on it.
Well, your ratings weren't doing too good, so I wanted to bring some noise to this show so people would tune in.
Yeah, only when you're on. It's funny how it just goes through the roof when you're on. It's insane. Everyone's very excited in the chat. I'm looking at all the different chats. I'm trying to read them all, but they seem excited. And I'm excited. Some great new signings. We're going to keep this going, keep the momentum going. Boss. It's weird. I never call you that, even though you are. Everyone calls you boss. Hey, boss man. Dave, anything else you can talk about? You come on the show and you give us little nuggets, little Easter eggs, I call them. Is there anything else going on in BKFC that we should know about, that the fans want to know about? And before you talk, I'll let them know in the chat because there's a delay. If you have a question for Dave, drop in the chat and we'll try to get it answered for you here.
I mean, another little carrot I'll give you is we're going to announce next Tuesday on this show. We will announce our biggest show that we've ever done next Tuesday. If the contracts get done, I'm very confident they're going to be signed by then. It'll be the biggest show that we've ever done in BKFC history. It'll be in a new state. It'll be the most amount of people that ever watched the BKFC event live. It's going to be fantastic, and I'm going to hope to drop that to you next Tuesday.
I'm not going to say anything about it because I don't want to screw it up, but I can ask you a question. I saw on your social media something about December being a huge month for us. Is this the same announcement?
It's one of the Decembers. So there's actually 3 things happening in December.
3?
That's going to close out the year phenomenal for us.
Fantastic.
3 things.
Fantastic. I like that. All right, so there you go. Here's one. Dave. Little Ben. Dave, 3 weeks ago, you said you had an earth-shattering fight, biggest of all time. Do we get the news today?
No, next week. Contracts take a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah.
For this one, I thought we had a done deal and we had to go back to the drawing board, and then we just had all these events. So I am targeting for next Tuesday.
Okay, good. And then here's another one. It says, when y'all, Mr. Saturn wants to know, when y'all coming back to California?
We're working on that right now. Hopefully, November.
Okay.
We're working on a November date right now.
All right, we're looking forward to that. Yeah, they're asking about California news. Swervo Cuts wants to know if he can be the official bare knuckle barber. Ever meet this guy?
Where's he at?
He's in Florida.
What part of Florida?
He came to the event last time in Florida. He was cutting people in the lobby or like hotel rooms. It was awesome.
Yeah, man.
But no, because he cuts Little Ben. If he cuts Little Ben, we can't have him be the official barber.
Little Ben?
Well, Big Ben that we know, not the Big Ben Rothwell. I call Big Ben Little Ben, the one that we know. The one that drives the truck. So we can't.
Yeah. You know what? I think he's got to come and hook up the staff, and we'll take care of him. But let's see how it looks, and then we can make the decision.
So you get the first cut, and then I want a tight fade.
Yeah. Actually, I want you to get a mohawk.
I would.
Actually, everybody in the chat,
Shut up.
Everybody in the chat want to see Brian Soscia get a mohawk. If you do, please make some noise.
Make some noise. We'll get a nice mohawk. My son had a mohawk this summer. It was great. I don't know if I'd let Swervo Cuts. I've met him before, and if he wants a straight razor shave me by my neck, I don't know if I trust him. I'm just being honest with you, Swervo. You look shady to me. I'm just telling you. All right. Well, thank you for the new signings, Dave. Is there anything else you want to cover? Let's see any other questions?
All good, man. Just excited for this Friday night, and really, really, again, excited for next Friday night. I think we're going to have a special appearance next Friday night. I can't announce it 100%, but I think one of our new partners is going to be in attendance. It looks like. I can't announce it.
Like new partners that are making a debut at the show, or new partners that's already partnered.
We're actually working on like an unbelievable thing for next Friday. It's a lot of moving parts that have to come together, but if it does, it's absolutely an epic. I mean, it'll never be done before like this. So hopefully this happens. We're working on it day and night right now, and we're supposed to get an answer by Friday.
Cool. One more before I let you go. Anthony Yost, he's one of our fighters on here, saying, any news on maybe somewhere in Minnesota?
I can't remember if they legalized us or they. Oh, Minnesota. Yeah, absolutely. I'm supposed to actually get the venue and the date tomorrow. Yep.
Sweet. All right, There you go. Good question, Yost. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, there you go. We broke some news with President.
All right, guys. Thank you, man. Thanks for your support.
Thank you. Thank you. Look, he's doing good, the new kid. That's the new kid hitting these things. He put the presidential song on. I'm standing up for you. Thank you, brother. Oh, salute the president. There we go. Stand up for him, Christian. How dare you? Switch the camera and stand up for him. Fire that new guy. Fire him. Rise. Rise. That poor kid. You know what I love, by the way? You guys didn't see this. I don't know if you noticed, but when the show started over here, there was a Jack Daniels board that I had all the stuff on.
Hey, he took it.
And then Dave said, I didn't think he'd want it. He came in. He looked at it when I was talking off camera. He just took it with him. He left. Anyway, I think it had his name on it. I was going to scratch it up with my name. All right, before we get out of here, a couple other things to get to. It was great. I love when Dave just breaks in like that. I know you're not used to this. It's going to screw you up if I jump around the format, Junior.
Can't screw me up.
I know I can't. You're not broken, Brandon. What am I saying? All right, so let's talk about what do we have? Oh, the exclusives. I promised you exclusives. We got some exclusive announcements. So let's look at some exclusive video from James. He's one of our great shooters. First, we talked about Hassan earlier and how he's going to be a problem. He is a problem. And let's watch his ring walk after he fought. Ooh, that was a good start. I'm half deaf. I kind of heard what he said. I can tell you this about Hassan, though. He understands the game. He obviously understands fighting. We know that. He understands. I think he understands the marketing. He knows what to say, and maybe that's what he really feels. But I'm looking forward to see what he does next. I know I saw Kyle in the chat earlier. A lot of you agree. The other one I wanted to look at was Stuvo. What a main event, right? What a main event. Let's see what Stuvo had to say. The wild boy, right after Wild Man or whatever he is. He's Wild something Stuvo. Let's check him out. There you go. Again, Wild Boy Stuvo there. He's hanging out, telling you what he thought of that after that fight. Love the behind-the-scenes stuff. And to continue with the behind-the-scenes stuff, we like to look at our photographers if you're new to the show. You got Lambert and you got Vespi. So this one was Vespi. Vespi selects I feel like we can just fire them off now, guys, while I'm talking. I feel like when you look at photos, I say it all the time. Look at that bare knuckle tattoo on the side of his head there. And the tattoo on the face as well. You just, I know I'm repeating myself, but you see these captured in one frame, and videos are cool, but whoa. I mean, it's like a beautiful form of violence or something to capture. It's like art. It's incredible to me. I love it. These are some of Vespi Select, some of the best ones you got from Edmonton. What a night it was. Another sold out show. What's that, bud? Or was that off the air? You said something in my ear.
It was, yeah. It's not 15 out, now you're 7 out.
He's giving my countdown. Sorry. I didn't realize it was off the air. You're very professional, Dave. I enjoy this. Not that Brandon's not. There's Wild Boy. What a great main event. He was trying to be professional. I screwed it up. That's what I do. All right, Vespi, thank you for those selects. Also, we have this great thing. I don't know if it's on the app now. I'll check. I don't think it was right before the show, but I know that we had to take a look at it and make sure it was okay. So this is going to be the preview. It should be on the app now. I'll let you know when we're done. I'll tell you right now. I'm going to look if it's up. Yeah. Yes, it's up. BKFC Unwrapped. Faria versus Masan Wong. It's a great feature we do. We sit down with both women and talk and see kind of what they're made of and find out about their careers and more. Here's a quick preview of it, but it's on the BKFC app. You can get it at bkfc.com.
A story as old as time. A new hungry generation of talent reaching the pinnacle of a sport, then going head-to-head with a legend who's eager to continue their dominance. The most vicious striker in women's BKFC history.
That right there, Sean, I'm telling you, there's just a difference when Faria hits you.
Christine Misfit Faria aims to keep her throne and decimate yet another title challenger in the process. While Faria has ruled the BKFC women's flyweight division, a new generation of talent has been forged in the fire. Leading the charge is the heavy-handed Jade Masan Wong. Coming off 2 dominant victories, Masan Wong looks to shock the world, cementing her legacy.
Masan Wong with the jab.
Right hand again, I think it kind of popped over a little bit. Blood is coming out now.
2 of the most ruthless finishers in BKFC will finally toe the line, with the women's flyweight title in the balance. This is BKFC 65, Unwrapped.
There it is. Check it out, bkfc.com. Grab the app there. You can do it. You got to see the whole thing. Very well done, as always. Love our production team. And excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm drinking some Forge Irish Stout off camera. It made me belch. I apologize. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to get fired, especially one of the higher-ups over here. All right, let's look at some other stuff. We're excited. We're very excited about that. By the way, it goes down this Friday, bkfc.com for the app, or if you're local, get tickets. You got to see it live. It's incredible. Another fight that we're excited about, not on the Salt Lake City card. It was just announced. Danny Christie's coming back. I think we have the matchup graph, or Danny Christie is going to be a great fight, and it's against Bobby Taylor. We talked about Stevens Taylor. No, it's not. I'm looking at the wrong graphic. Sorry. I know. That was only one, though, man. That was only one. All right. Usually we have 5 to 10 per show. We're excited about, there it is, Danny Christie and Dave Mundell, the redneck. Danny Christie's coming back. Mundell's coming back. We got a title on the line, the middleweight championship. We just announced this a couple days ago. A lot of people excited about this fight in Spain. The redneck Dave Mundell, as we talked about earlier, was at, I believe, TMT training, getting some rounds in. He was around in Las Vegas. Apparently, he looked very, very good. We're excited about that. A big fan of Danny Christie, too. There's a lot of great fights that could happen. See what Danny Christie is going to bring to the table against the redneck. And Danny Christie, aside from fighting, has an excellent YouTube channel. Big fan of it. Always like looking at it. And I'm looking forward if maybe he'll get to it before we can have him on to analyze what he's thinking about his fight with the redneck. But there you go. Been waiting to see the redneck for a while, and here it is versus Danny Christie. It's a great fight. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are too. I know from checking out the comment section, you seem to be. We just showed Jeremy Stevens, so we might as well show him again. I love BKFC.com, some great news articles on there. This one, talking about Jeremy Stevens, talking about the fact that why he's here, why he came to BKFC. One word, opportunity, he told us. You know, he's defeated former MMA standout Jimmy Rivera. We talked about that earlier. And he's had one hell of a MMA career, he tells us, but bare knuckle fighting in the street. He's been doing that way before it was a sanctioned sport. That's how he grew up. He said God blessed him with hands of dynamite, he told us. He said that he's got experience he's gained over the years, and he feels like he's come full circle, and he's poised to have even more success at this stage of his career. He's ready to return to action against, of course, we saw Bobby Taylor, number 5 contender. Stacked BKFC lightweight division co-main event going down this Friday. BKFC.com, the Maverick Center, Salt Lake City, Utah. Get your tickets, man. Make sure you check out the rest of that article as well. I can tell you this. I know on Connor, because they had a little run, and I think it was, I can't remember the date, probably back in 2017, 16. And he's excited to do his thing. Here it is. Yeah, I'm looking at it now, 2016. He wants to reintroduce himself to Connor. They had a back and forth, spirited verbal shouting match before a sparring match, we'll say, at a press conference at UFC. So he says that I'm just excited to do my thing. I'm a human highlight reel. That's how I get down. And I'm going to bring a lot of eyes to BKFC. So it'll be interesting if him and Connor see each other, if Connor happens to be there. If not, Connor will be watching. We'll see how that goes. Another guy we're excited to have here was also at BKFC.com, Austin No Doubt Trout. You know him, former boxing world champion. He's stepped into bare knuckle. He's doing a great job within bare knuckle. He's the reigning BKFC welterweight champion. And we know he's competed everywhere from his pro boxing career, from North America, I think Europe, the Middle East, all these places. This is his first time in Spain, and he's very excited. He says, he tells us he can't wait to put a show on. He says he's been Googling Marbella, and he's so excited because it looks absolutely beautiful there. It's so pretty. He can't wait to check it out. And he thinks it's ironic, he told us, because he's coming with destruction and violence to this beautiful area. But fighting is definitely an art in itself. I agree. So it's beautiful destruction. He says he's not looking to leave his ones in the hands of the judges, and he's going out there to make a statement. There's more in the article. Check it out. Get you more excited. BKFC.com. Read the whole article. You're seeing it up here, but it makes sense to always check that. We love getting these special quotes from people we can't always get on the show right away to give you a little more info. BKFC.com. Tickets, app, everything you need there. The articles. I feel like people don't go to the articles enough. There's some great articles. Another great one, we spoke to her earlier, Christine Faria. You saw she's excited. The Misfit, she signed back 2018, one of our first fighters we had. And her intention when she signed, she told us, was to be world champion. She's achieved that. And in any sport, her intention is to be champion. Any sport she competes, that's her champion behavior that we always talk about. She's more than 5 years since her debut, and here she is, world champion, defending it going in. She's won, I think it was like 6 straight fights. It says it in the article. That's the longest winning streak, if you think about it, for any female combatant in history of BKFC. She also holds the record for the most stoppage victories among female BKFC fighters with 6 stoppages. Can she stop Jade Masson-Wong? We're going to find out. That's this Friday, BKFC 65, Salt Lake City. Again, BKFC.com. There's a lot more. I'm just kind of grazing through what the quote she said and highlights like that. Check out the articles. They're great. They're all up there. Aside from that, we know it's fight week. We know we're full speed ahead to Salt Lake City at the Maverick Center. We know all this. But we always like to kind of run it back and look at some of the upcoming fights that we have and things we've announced. Again, fight week. I feel like it's always fight week. Fight week. This Friday, Salt Lake City Maverick Center, Jade Masson-Wong challenging for Christine the Misfit Faria's title belt. It's gonna be a fun fight, and you got Stevens Taylor too, which people are excited for that fight as well. Then the next week, September 13th, we head to our home away from home. I'm talking about Hollywood, Florida, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Blas versus Reber. Apparently Reber was training in Vegas too. He was running around Vegas, training, sparring and stuff. So he's getting ready. I know Reber's been waiting for this opportunity. Blas trying to keep that title on his shoulder. It's a jam-packed card. There's so much more on it. BKFC.com for that card as well. So that's September 13th. Then after that, we're going to head to Marbella, Spain. Look at this. I mean, it's going to be great. A beautiful area. Never been there. I'm excited because it's done in a bullfighting ring. And with the vacant lightweight championship on the line, somebody's going to leave a world champion. We're excited. Of course, Austin No Doubt Trout on that card as well. And we're going to keep you up to date on all that. BKFC 67 in Marbella, Spain, going to be a huge event. And then we just announced one last week right here on the show. And I don't know. I don't think no one said it. There it is. Remember this one? I'm the special guest ref. I forgot. We weren't supposed to do this. Don't you see me?
There he is.
Because I didn't know that we forgot. No. How did you fix that so easily? But last week, he didn't know what to do.
Because I built this shit.
He did fix it last week. So there you go. We're excited for Chris Camozzi, man, to see him back. Another vacant cruiserweight championship up for grabs against Sawyer DP. I mean, this guy out of Kansas, and this guy, every time he fights, we're looking forward to it. This is a great fight. I can't wait to see it. Main event, BKFC Denver. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. And I was very excited for that. Last week, we kind of got a little bit off. I don't want to get into it on the air, Dave, but Thank you. We kind of got into a little bit on the air. We weren't really supposed to release the main event, but we decided to buck the suits, the brass, because Evan's corporate. He didn't care. I don't care. I'm a pariah. I'm a misfit. I told you that last week. So we gave you the main event. I'm going to keep looking at all the sheets we have around here because I'm sick of not getting the announcements. And if I see something on a sheet, I'm just going to blow it out. I'm just going to let you know whether it's true or not. I'm just going to tell you. What? Oh, were you that mad at me? You're fading me out?
Play me out, Johnny.
All right, he's got more work to do. He's only second command here in the company, but arguably first. Dave, thank you for being here, Dave. I want to tell you, Chris, before I go, Christian, you should get a forged Irish stout and toast it to me. You did a great job today, bro. I mean that.
Cheers.
He ain't drinking on the job.
I'm trying to set him up so he says yes and we can fire him.
Like you.
That's what I was trying to set him up to come to get one, and I was going to yell at him. You don't know what's I was setting things up, 5 things out. But yeah, we're going to have a drink after the show, right, Christian?
Damn straight.
Fire him, Dave. All right, so Christy, you did great. Thank you, Dave. I know you got a lot going on. I know you're very busy, so I appreciate you being here today. We're out of here, man. Thank you so much. It's fight week. We can't wait to get to Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, I know you're going to be loud and crazy. Get your tickets, BKFC.com. LFG, baby! Let's go! Salt Lake City, the hometown of Bucked Up. I don't know. I'm going to keep drinking Forged Irish Stout. I'm going to knuckle up. I'm going to get bucked up, and let's move because it is fight week!
BKFC return to Utah Friday night, September 6th. What a night it is going to be. Salt Lake City!
Big shots, there's the uppercut, power on the inside. That is the win for Christine Faria.
He's one of the strongest guys in this division. If he lands punches, he is going to hurt you.
Down goes Jimmy Rivera. KO King is home. Who's that?
The electricity in this building is palpable. You are locked in for one of the best cards of the year.